I found Kevin Slavin's talk really interesting. He spoke a lot about some really innovative games that they're working on. It was really fascinating. I didn't like his tie very much, but it was a really innovative talk.
I'm Kevin Slavin. I was really fascinated by Nick Bilton's talk. Just basically that news is much more than the specific medium that it happens to arrive in, right? That it feels more like data, and it should be accessed in a million different ways. And I have to say that I would say all those things even if he weren't standing next to me.
And I was surprised to see augmented reality covered as much as it was. I knew it was on the agenda, but I didn't know that it was going to get as much exposure as it has.
Augmented reality is really just you overlay real-life data, real-time data with graphic images.
We've already started to explore in augmented reality, but what I saw today really pushed the envelope and created more possibilities how our team could create that type of content.
Well, the augmented reality, I've seen some of that, but it was literally like jaw-dropping. I mean, people were just cracking up behind me like, no way, dude. Like, I feel like that was one of the moments in our reality where it's like, oh, this is crazy. This is something that, like, you're taking this flat thing and making it move and open and just the possibility. I mean, I think the whole conference for me was like, what's possible? I mean,
AR has become such a buzzword these days. Like, you're seeing, okay, you put up a thing in the camera, something pops out, and you're like, oh, that's kind of cute. Once you get beyond that, it's got to do something else. What he showed,
I agree,
with the toy box, and it all goes,
and then it flies away.
And then when he opened the lid,
and it disassembles and then reassembles.
Oh, and then the cards.
The cards.
That was amazing. So, I mean, I'm going to be calling them
tomorrow.
Please, I want some of that. What do you think?
I was blown away by that. I'm nowhere near intelligent enough to understand it, but I was blown away by the Alisphere. Completely, utterly blown away by the Alisphere.
Actually building this very large, we call it a scientific instrument. It's a 3-story metal sphere and an echo-free chamber. It's really the holodeck that we're building.
It was data, but live data, and you were inside of the actual sphere that was analyzing the data. She took you through a trip through the mind of one of the scientists as the data came into his brain in 3D.
Data, we're flying into lattices of atoms. We're watching electrons spin. I'm working with quantum physicists, visualizing and sonifying quantum math.
I mean, it was a holodeck from Star Trek. You know, I mean, that's what she was talking about, the holodeck.
I mean, just that someone could be that excited about taking data and creating visualizations was, you know, you never really expect people to be that excited about information and information systems. So.
It was really interesting that I could actually come to a production-oriented marketing conference and find common synergy and need for the kind of work that we're doing, because I really haven't discussed the research that we're doing with them, and it's turning out that there are a lot of commonalities, and I think a lot of opportunities that I didn't really realize for what I'm doing in the field of digital media.
The Alisphere was astounding. I had no idea what she was talking about. It was magic and fascinating, and then it was followed by Jason with people getting kicked in the nuts, and I thought that was really just a nice, where else is that going to come together and still make sense and still be part of an ongoing dialogue? So I thought that was great. I had a great time.
What I found most compelling today were those people who are pushing the fold a little bit. There's a lot of talk about what's been done, what hasn't been done, and the risks in both of those. And what has been done, pulling lots of ideas that have been done together into one idea versus pushing the fold and trying something that hasn't been done. And I'm a risk taker. I like risks, and this is a good place to be if you like taking risks.